Hey my loves! So today I'm going to let you in on a little bit of a secret. I, until a few days ago, had never in my life made an omelet. I know, I can hear your collective gasp, but the truth of the matter is I really have always been intimidated by omelet making. The omelets I love the most are the ones from those fancy French restaurants that are just super perfect. I'm not talking about the ones you get from the greasy diner down the street. But a few nights ago, I basically took a dozen eggs and forced myself to learn how to make an omelet. And the reason is because I wanted to share all of my learnings with you. So today, that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to share some tips on getting an omelet right each and every time. And once we're done with our classic omelet, I'm going to show you 5 delicious flavor variations you may not have thought of. Today, I'm letting you in on all of my omelet making secrets. Egg puns are coming, folks. Hold on to your hats. For our classic omelet, we're going to need some classic ingredients. We have got some butter. I am using salted butter. Don't try to skimp out with oil or margarine. We are making French omelets, which means we need real butter. Each of these omelets is going to have 2 eggs. I find a 2-egg omelet to be the perfect ratio and really works out to the perfect cooking time. You'll also notice that I am using a non-stick pan for these omelets. Often I use stainless steel or cast iron, but when it comes to omelets, you do not want to mess around. I do not want to be a hero. I just want to make sure they don't stick. So non-stick is the best way to make sure that happens. I also am using a rubber spatula. Rubber spatulas are amazing, A, because they're able to get underneath your omelet when it's time to flip it, which is really critical, but B, because they won't scratch your non-stick skillet. Get what's happening here? All right, I digress. Let's get cracking. We're going to get started by cracking 2 eggs into our bowl, and then we are going to whisk them up. It is really important that you beat your eggs until they are nice and smooth and fully combined. The next secret to perfect omelet technique is using low heat. Now, I'm setting my heat to medium low, and I will tell you, if your pan gets too hot, your omelet will be ruined. Take my word for this one, I had a lot of casualties last night. The only good thing about omelet casualties is that they're still totally delicious and edible. Next, we are going to add our butter to our frying pan. We are going to cook our butter just until it's melted. Unlike other recipes where you fire your butter up and you want it nice and sizzly and hot, that is not the case here. We just want it liquefied. The moment you start to see bubbles on the surface, that means it's time to add your eggs into your frying pan. Once those eggs hit the frying pan, it is time to get your scramble on. Now this feels counterintuitive because of course we're making an omelet and not scrambled eggs. But trust me, this is how we're going to evenly cook our eggs. For the first 30 seconds of cooking, you are going to scramble those eggs like your life depends on it. Once your eggs begin to solidify, you can start filling in the gaps by swirling your pan around. The idea now is to get a nice, smooth surface happening. The other thing I like to do while my eggs are setting is run my spatula underneath the edges to sort of get the omelet lifted off the pan. This is gonna help us a lot when it comes time to fold that omelet over. As you can see, there's no liquid running down this omelet anymore. That means it is time to add our toppings. In this case, I am using some beautiful shredded white cheddar and some freshly chopped green onion. I think it's such a winning flavor combination. After 15 to 30 seconds, your cheese will have started melting and your egg should be almost set. That means it is time for the big fold. We're gonna use gravity to help us get this over. We're gonna tilt our pan on a 45-degree angle, get our rubber spatula right underneath, and then just do a little flip. And there you have it, my loves. That is an omelet. I'm really glad we could do this together. Now that we've got our omelet making skills down, I'm going to show you 5 awesome ways to take your omelet to the next level. Like, for example, my delicious spring herb omelet. In this case, I'm combining some freshly chopped parsley, basil, and chives with a good helping of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. What's not to love about that combination? I also love the combination of mushrooms sauteed in butter and thyme with some lovely crumbled goat cheese. This not only adds so much tasty flavor to your omelet, but it also has a really beautiful texture as well. It's really important though, if you are cooking any of your add-ins, like sauteing mushrooms for example, that you do it beforehand. Another excellent combination, I think, is some steamed asparagus topped with some beautiful roasted red peppers, and finally, some glorious, gorgeous feta cheese. Now that, my friends, is an omelette. Another flavor pairing I love is some steamed broccolini with some shredded cheddar cheese. Really, really great way to get your greens in. And for my final trick, I am making a really beautiful Mediterranean omelet. I'm just adding some finely chopped spinach, some sun-dried tomatoes, and some crumbled feta, because of course feta makes everything better. My loves, I really hope that this tutorial will inspire you to get cracking in the kitchen and whip up your own omelets. If there are any flavor combinations that you can't live without, be sure to leave those in the comment section below because I love hearing from you. If you do go ahead and make some omelets, I want to see how they turn out. Be sure to tweet me, Instagram me, or Snapchat me a photo because I love seeing your kitchen creations. Keep in mind, all of these recipes are in the description box below, so you can take a look for them there. And finally, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe because there is lots more deliciousness where this came from. Excellence.